Hello, people. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow and I'm going to be heading toward Las Vegas, where I will spend probably the day with my niece, maybe the night tomorrow. I mean, on Thursday. And Friday, I will be Friday morning heading toward Los Angeles to the Burbank area. But I want to talk. This probably is going to be my last video of any substance. I'll do some other videos of my travel, but I want to finish off with this video because I just want to talk about two people in general and the two biggest hypocrites going right now. First, let's talk about brain. Okay, first of all, this video is dedicated to Confederate soldier John Dudley, Light 12th Cavalry, Kentucky. And then brain dead Gunsmoke berating soldiers. He berated this soldier because he was a Confederate. What did you say? Let's see. You said Lee driving through the plains of Texas to memorialize a traitorous Confederate Civil War soldier. Fucking dummy. Lee on the prairie. Actually, this is in my hometown. Okay. I wasn't driving through the prairies of Texas. Matter of fact, I'm a few miles away from the New Mexico and Colorado border, but you probably don't understand Texas at all. But here's what I want to tell you, Gunsmoke. Why would you say anything positive about soldiers? You walk around being the phony Trump supporter you are, but you are controlled by a lefty. You do what he says. He's your daddy. Like I'm his daddy, he's your daddy. Lee driving to the plains of Texas to a traitorous Confederate soldier. So do you consider Confederate soldiers traitors? If this country was split right down the middle. Do you understand that? These men, do you realize the state of Kentucky had more Union soldiers than, 3 times more, matter of fact, than Confederate soldiers? So you're saying that General Lee, were you one of those people there to pull down the General Lee statue? Were you there at the party helping to pull that statue down? So now you're going to judge a soldier because his family, they fought, they were divided, they fought on two sides, a war that broke this country in two, and you're going to call Confederate soldiers traitors? Shame on you. You really don't understand history. You're a clown. You don't understand much, but this part you definitely don't understand. So, but what would you understand about soldiers? What would you understand? You wouldn't understand nothing. I have 3 children your age. One of them's still in the military, and 2 of them were in the military. And they got good careers and stuff. You live with your grandparents. You didn't develop no career because you know what? You could have went in and made some money, used it for school, but nope. Guys like you talk a lot of crap. That's all it is crap. All 3 of my children have their own homes. All were soldiers. And here we got some clown like you talking about a Confederate soldier with the term traitorous. It was their home state. That's not a traitor. They would have been a traitor if they didn't fight for their home state or fight who their family was. Do you think General Lee wanted to fight against the North? No, he did not. These people didn't want to fight one another, but they had to. So shame on you for calling these soldiers, what did you say, traitorous. Shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself. But there's no shame with you. You listen to your little bitch master and you do what he says, run over to your channel, destroy your channel, and do all your bidding for him because that's who you are, Gunsmoke. Okay. So John Dudley, Light Cavalry, this video is for you, and it's on behalf of Brain Dead Gunsmoke. Okay, and just so you do understand this, Kentucky had 125,000 Union soldiers, 35,000 Confederate soldiers. And the Congress voted for the state to be Confederates, but a lot of families were divided. And all these soldiers on both sides, they fought in battles hand to hand, marching across fields. You would have been running. You would have been running through the woods screaming, Mommy. No, I'm sorry. Screaming, grandparents, where are you? You're a coward, dude, for even making that statement. Okay. Now, let's get to the controversy. The biggest hypocrites going. And I'm talking about, once again, FBS, this idiot, Common Sense, I call him the dumbest guy on the internet. And then you got, well, I don't know if he's dumber. Let me take that back. He can't be dumber than Gunsmoke. No, Gunsmoke has it. I'm sorry, Common Sense. You're the second dumbest guy. Okay. But there's a little thing going on. It's like, shh, attack Lee. But don't mention Cousin Dom 5K scam. God forbid if you would have mentioned that. You know? Or how about Brian Neary? How about that scam? Brian never paid his electric bill with the money that he was getting. And he did what Cousin Dom did. He disappeared. And you guys knew about it. But you guys were so worried about flipping my story around on me. And here's what happened, people. And I'm going to be point blank. I made a mistake. I thought that I can go to MB and get her to stop attacking a couple people. It backfired on me. And it was $800. It wasn't $1,000. And in the end, actually it was $700. And in the end, I only got $200 because that person was good enough to decide that he wanted to sponsor the trip. And I say thank you to him. As for Joe Candela, he gave me nothing. Joe's out of this now. Us three, we just took care of it amongst ourselves. But you guys want to make up lies and keep it going. But you don't look what's in your backyard. When you guys were attacking me, you knew damn well Cousin Dom scammed someone for $5K. The amount of money you guys scam on that side, you have no right talking about nobody. Do you guys realize how much money you've scammed? We're talking tens of thousands of dollars. And it was actual scams. Let's start. First, we'll talk about Ali's thing. You had Gunsmoke disguised as certain people come in along with other people and jack up the price of bids. Very clever. It was very, very clever. And you found someone to go along with it. And that's what happened there. And then Brian Neary, you had a big get together for him and got him a bunch of money. Then Brian Neary disappeared. No one knows why he didn't pay his bills. And you refused to admit that was a scam. That in the end, Brian Neary walked away with that. You guys refused to admit it. But then you'll attack me. You'll attack a good man, Vinny, and call it scams. When you guys are the biggest scammers going. And we're not talking a couple dollars here. We're talking big money here. We're talking 5,000. We're talking, I don't know how much Brian Neary got. Only you guys know. But only you guys know the story behind that. I'm sure Brian Neary didn't get all that money. I'm sure there was a deal going on behind the scenes there. And as for the 5K, Uncle Dom, it's obvious what he did. He burned somebody. And when you guys were attacking me, Common Sense, the idiot, Gunsmoke, the dummy, and FBS, I guess the best word to use, hypocrite. The hypocrite, the dummy, and the ugly motherfucker. That's what I could say. 1, 2, 3, right there. You guys knew about this 5K and you still attacked me, even though you knew about that 5K. All you were concentrating on me. You hate me so much that your number one priority was to get me and forget about what Dom did. And I knew that this was going on. I just want to let you know. I knew about this before you guys started talking about it because it fell on my lap. But I didn't get involved though, because I didn't know the actual details until it just recently came out. But you guys, you know, you think you know the details. I've heard so many different stories about what I did. But what you guys did is so much colder. And Paul Perry, you may want to say that you're not involved in this, but yes, you are. That's your cousin, dude. And you supported him and put him out there, FBS. You're the one that put that show up. And you had to know he was doing that. Or by the time you found out, you should have got all over his case and rode his ass. And for the person I gave him $5,000, dude, get your contracts first. And contracts are meaningless. That contracts for lending out money are meaningless. They have no weight in court. Very rarely do they hold up. Even if you got them notarized, it's not a good idea to do that. So maybe you were just trying to be nice, help a person out. I don't know the details there, but you're never seeing that money again. There's no crime committed there. You're not seeing that money. You got hustled out of that money. And cousin Dom, you got it. You probably spent it in a day or two. Was it really worth it? You know, if I could redo my big mistake with the money that I wanted to sponsor my trip, I would never do it again. It was stupid. The negativity it caused me was not worth it. But mine wasn't a scam. You guys are back in blatant scams. And nobody wants to talk about it. You know, they want to give you free passes on it. And those idiots, your lefty followers there, they're not going to care. You know, you take a shit on someone's fucking head. They don't care. They just don't know any better. But that's just bullshit. This is what you guys are all about. You're all about that fucking dollar. Can you imagine that I went almost a year on here before I asked anybody for money? And then I got some help with my dog, saved her life. And then I went about it wrong on how I should have handled the sponsorship for my my drive. I should have just came out and called it a sponsorship. And you know why I didn't do that? Because I'm kind of embarrassed asking for money. You guys aren't embarrassed for asking for money. You just do it. I mean, Gunsmoke had his shit up when he was at what, 100 subs? He had his Cash App up. I mean, you guys have been riding that Cash App for 6 months before I even used mine. 6 months. And then you guys are talking shit about me. Shame on you guys. But unfortunately, there's stupid people here that don't realize what's going on. And the fact of the matter is, you guys are scam central over there, and you have no right calling nobody scammers. Nobody. It started with Vinny, and now you put me, and you know what it is? It's called deflection. You want to deflect people off the crap that you do. And look at the names. And then you got this clown FBS that will say, oh, Lee puts up my name. He goes after. No, wrong, dude. Very rarely will you see your name in one of my titles. You know, and here's the title. These are such these titles are so unintelligent. I'm back. Game on. What the fucking do? The problem with Lee Call. Hey, if you know the fucking problem with me, please let me know so I could figure out my fucking problems too, because I got a whole bunch of them. Catching up with the latest LC3 controversy. No, the controversy actually that you should have been catching up is the Uncle I'm sorry, Cousin Dom 5K. That's what you should have been catching up. Or you should have been catching up on, hey, Brian Neary, where are you? Why haven't we seen you in such a long time? And the next one, Sunday Slaughter. Ooh, I'll tell you what, when interviewers come around, they're going to see that Sunday Slaughter. They're going to say, wow, we want this guy to interview us. He is the originator of the Sunday Slaughter. And as the world burns, did you make that up? Does Burns have anything to do with turn? Did you just like take as the world turns and put Burns in it? Oh, wow. High level of intelligence right there. Okay, let's see if we have any more. I'm not going to really have a long video here, but okay, so let's just do a rerun on this, a little quick rerun. A guy, Gunsmoke, who has gun in his name and thinks he's a tough guy. He probably doesn't even own a gun. Talking about soldiers, Confederate soldiers, calling them traitorous. People that lived on their land, he's calling them traitorous. Dude, you're a traitor. You walked around saying what a Trump guy you were. And your controller, your handler, is a lefty. He handles you like a little girl. He grabs you by your little Gunsmoke hand and walks around with you, and you follow him. And then common sense, you were involved in this 5K cover up too. You knew about it. You knew about it a while back, and you didn't say anything. You decided you want to go after me. And common sense, just so you know, you were like talking the other day and your throat was getting all crackly, like you were scared and stuff, and you wanted to hit me. Let me explain something. That whole thing with Pusha, I'm going to call her Pusha Boris. I can't say her real name because she'll cry. Okay, so Pusha Boris basically said that I called her job Homeland Security. First of all, that never happened. She is a liar. Pusha Boris is a liar. And on top of that, she never worked for them. She's full of BS. But you guys are so arrogant and stupid that you believe people. And then on top of that, she said that I called and JC was involved too. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not a cop caller. You must have me mixed up with your leader. I don't like cops. And as for the Gene Barillo thing, calling his probation officer, parole officer, people, you're going to find out the story behind that in June. And everything that they're saying right now is not right. You'll see in June. You'll see it out of someone's mouth that can exactly tell you what happened. And then all that, they're going to look like a bunch of fools. But, we'll just leave it at that. And as for Sin Mills is a great company that's going to be growing real fast. They have a lot of money behind them. Matter of fact, they just interviewed people. I believe they interviewed a rapper yesterday. They're almost at 100. In about 12 hours, they're almost at 100,000 views. And then they interviewed John Alite yesterday also. I wonder how those guys found out about Sin Mill. But they interviewed him. So they're going in the direction, they're going to be interviewing people that they know they can get them numbers. So before you knock a company that has a couple million, they have two very rich people behind them. And then you have people saying, Lee isn't getting paid by that. Nobody knows what's going on between me and them. Because I asked for sponsorship. I asked for sponsorship because the damn gas prices are high. And I don't want to fly. It's that much. I don't want to get on a plane with a bunch of people. I don't feel like going into LA airport because I hate California, to be honest with you. I don't even like going into California to do this. That's where you guys You guys over here with FPS and shit. You guys belong in California or New York. Two lefty shitholes. But anyway, thank you guys very much. Please sub if you haven't. I'm not going to ask you anymore. And if you don't see any videos up for the next couple days, nothing's happened. I'll just be on the road. And when I do a vlog, I will put those vlogs on separate. I just don't know when I'm going to drop them because I'm not going to have the ability to do it. See, when I'm on the road and I'm in a motel and stuff, I'm not going to be on here. This is a vacation to me. I'm driving. I'm not going to be in a motel doing 2 lives a day and talking shit about people. Okay, people, just make sure you sub. Thank you, everybody, very much. And take care.